Hey, shalom, shalom, it's following Yahshua. Welcome again to the Rock. Out here picking some kohlrabi. I don't know if you ever had kohlrabi. We love the way it tastes. It is so good. But picking some, they wanted some for dinner. It's always a wonderful thing being able to come out here and, hey, we need some kohlrabi or green beans or squash or lettuces or amaranth or carrots or greens, 5 different types. Or it's always just wonderful knowing that if they need something, no sniffy move. I could always just come out here and pick it, or they come out here and pick it. It's like your own grocery store right here. I can't wait for the peppers to come in. Oh my gosh, my dog is eating me. Look at this. Look at that. Oh gosh. You're so nice sometimes. Anyways, you can come by, you're fine. I also wanted to say congratulations to my friends and brothers, Pastor Fox from Viking Preparedness and Bear Independent. They were on Vice. Vice did a, I guess you call it a documentary or interview of the two of them. If you look on Vice, I believe it's Vice News. It might be Vice News or Vice, one of the two. On YouTube, you'll see Pastor Fox. It was a wonderful. They talked about preparedness, but also they were able to discuss the faith, to be a witness of sorts. And Vice, I'm gonna say, they did a very good job of not making people into preparedness sound crazy. They did an excellent job of giving a very impartial, unbiased view. Even admitting, hey, there's a lot of information, good information that the interview took from that interview. So that was awesome. That was awesome. It was awesome to see Mother Kate, Pastor Fox, Bear Independent, some of the other brethren that I may have not had the opportunity to meet. But it was just awesome to see them all. Hallelujah. But this video it's going to be a quick one. But if you knew a threat was coming, a pending threat that was going to harm you or your family, what would you do? You knew it. Let's say you knew somebody was going to come and try to do physical body harm to your wife. How about sexual harm to your wife? They wanted to literally hurt physically your wife and children. What would you do? What if they were going to come and rob you? Take everything you had. What would you do? Then you knew that they were coming at 12 o'clock. Or they were coming soon. Then that's not even say you knew the exact time. You're fine. But you knew that it was coming soon. What would you do? Let's say you knew it was going to come within the next 3 to 5 years. What would you do? How about within the next year? What would you do? We're faced with that right now. We're faced with the likelihood that something is coming right now. And some are getting ready saying, hey, I want to protect myself and my family, my children. And some are saying, since it's going to require me to make too many moves in my life that I don't really want to make, I'm just going to sit back and pray. Even if you knew something was coming in the next year or 2 or 3, you knew a robber was coming, you knew an impending threat was going to be at your front door, you wouldn't just be like, I'm just going to pray about it. No, you would also take precautions. You might even put up a camera, get yourself a firearm, get yourself trained, develop protocols for your family. You wouldn't just say, I'm just going to pray about it. You would pray and put forth the action. We know something's coming. Where's the action with the prayer? Where's the actions? Oh, I don't, whatever excuse that people may have, the reality of it is you know you would make a move. You know you would do something to prepare yourself for whatever is coming. That's what the verse means. The prudent man foresees the evil and hides himself. You would also engage said threat, if you were smart, as far away from your house as possible, as far away from your family as possible. If you could engage said threat 5 miles down the road, you would do that. You wouldn't wait for the threat to get to your front door. At least I hope not. You wouldn't wait for the battle to get to your front door and then you want to start protecting your family. You would try to engage the threat as far away from your family to give yourself as much time as you possibly could. And yet, is that what we're doing now? Are we engaging said threats that we can see that are coming? Are we engaging them as far away from us as possible? When they say there's a food crisis coming in this country, all the outlets are saying it now. Now, whether it's manufactured or it's natural, that's not an argument I want to get into. Clearly, it's manufactured, but that's not an argument I want to get into. The reality of it is a threat's coming. Are you trying to engage this threat as far away from you as possible? Or are you trying to wait till this threat ends up at your front door? Now you want to take action. Are you waiting until the threat is here tomorrow? Or are you doing what you can right now? That could be a matter of even life and death. That could be a matter of life and death for your family. When and where you engage said threat. Are you engaging said threat when it kicks in your bedroom door? Or are you trying to mitigate it and take whatever precautions you can to make sure that the threat doesn't even reach your family? Your family doesn't even feel the threat. That could be the difference between your family surviving, you surviving, and your family not surviving. The time to prepare and store food and get firearms training and come out of the cities and is not the day before the threat. It's being able to foresee the threat far away and making the moves ahead of time, well ahead of time, so that when said threat comes to you, you are able to meet the threat head on, as far away from you as possible. That's why you store food now. That's why, well, you should be. That's why you're learning how to garden now. That's why you've come out of her now. That's why instead of putting your money into other stuff, I guarantee you, if you knew a threat was coming and you had $500 left, you're not spending the last $500 going on vacation or on a pair of shoes or on a new Xbox 7 or on the PS12. You're not doing that. Rims on your vehicle, you're going to try to engage said threat. You're going to spend that last $500. Let's say you on a cheap Harbor Freight security system. What I mean by cheap is inexpensive. Let me say that. Inexpensive Harbor Freight security system. You might go out and buy yourself a pistol or a rifle or a 12 gauge or two of the three. You might put back some ammo. You're going to do some things that you wouldn't do in the green if there was not a threat. So let's ask the question, is that what we're doing now? Are we striving as hard as we can as men and as women? Because as a woman, if you knew a threat was coming, you would immediately try to run to the nearest male that would take you in and cover you and protect you from the said situation. Nah, I want to wait until the last minute. I want to wait until the problem is right in front of me. Then I'm going to jump off and ring the bell like it's, ring the bell for service. I'm going to ring the bell and somebody's going to come and help me out and somebody's going to be that man and somebody's going to, save me. Well, the time of that is now, not when it comes. Most people who wait for threats at their front door, somebody gets hurt. Yahshua told a parable, or told a story about that. We should always be ready for said threat because you don't know the time or the hour that the threat comes, but you can see it. And if you have discernment, you're discerning it. In your spirit, you're not settled. You know it's coming. So you're preparing your soul. You're preparing your spirit. You're preparing your mind. You're preparing your body. You're preparing your heart. You're preparing your family. You're preparing your natural and you're preparing your spiritual. You're preparing with food. You're not going to just say, oh, the threat's coming. I'm going to pray about it. I'm going to keep my doors unlocked and I'm going to pray about it. So when he comes in, he's going to see me on my knees. In prayer. Nah, if that threat's coming, he's gonna open up that door. Actually, before he even gets to that door, he's gonna be trying to find you and find the end of a 12 gauge, because you are that interested in protecting your family, protecting your house, protecting you. So then what's the excuse? What's the excuse now? What are we waiting for now? Where's the difference? Turn on your TV. Look at your news. Talk to some local farmers if you know any. Ask them what's going on. They'll tell you. Ask those that are in the know. If you're, ask yourself the question, why isn't my pastor talking about this? Why aren't my teachers talking about this? Why aren't they really hard, deeply explaining to us and showing us how times are bad and things are collapsing? Why is it that all they're really interested in is me giving to them what I have, whether it be my money or my possessions? Why does that seem to be the focus? Why are they not showing me weekly how to get ready spiritually, naturally, and spiritually? And why is it that they seem to really, really, really be interested in what I have to bring to them? Bless you. Because it's coming. And some of y'all, you see the threat. You feel the threat. You just don't care that you're being threatened. Bless y'all. Shalom.